Fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This a 33-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's the former Bronco. This is C.J. Anderson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Stafford. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football. They come out here in the eye. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Matthew Stafford, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? what does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hurry.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. It's a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, set, the lady. Watch the
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Under 10, 53, ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better. Running off the field.
So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Boo, landing. Boo, landing. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They run it here with Thompson, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. Hey, tag 50 left.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue line it. Blue line it. Gone.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And McManus able to put it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Stafford on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. of the gun. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, we now proceed to the start of the second half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a first down throw. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Stay 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, I need one. 10. Hey. Check, go get him. We're rolling. Hey, alert it. Tag 53.
Again, a run with Thompson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now Thompson. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run with Thompson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give it to Anderson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Green 39.
Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 54 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gone, 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 gone.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot!
Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Big 20, big 20. Set, blue 60. Hey, tag 53. 21. Hey, 5-0.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Set, lady.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Set, 180.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Set, lady. Yeah, 4 down, tag 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 36 yards out. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go!
Back to throw. And incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback with 9 seconds remaining. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Extra point from McManus is good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. 21. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try it.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Josh Hawkins with a pick. And now running right through it. Fights through and now a crease. What an effort. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Denver, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.